Hi, my name is Kat, and I had vertical sleeve gastrectomy on August 8th of 2018. I had a high starting weight in February of that year of 370 pounds, and I am 5'5". My surgery program requires that you lose a certain amount of weight before surgery so that it's safe to do and also to prove that you can follow the plan. I achieved that a little after July 4th of that year. And I was actually 50 pounds down, so I was 320 pounds the day of my surgery. And as of today, I am 221 pounds. So I have lost a total of 0.2 pounds since last week. And yeah, it's kind of frustrating. One, to have actually gone down to 220 and been like, yay, I finally made it. And then to go back up a pound and just stay there. And it's like this week, I've been up and down constantly that pound. I did see over the weekend, I saw 219.8, but then it went back up again. And I don't know. I mean, I haven't been as consistent in the bathroom. I've been snacking a little bit more. I've been hungry a little bit more. Today, I am really trying to stay like exactly on point and not do anything weird. I had some stomach pain, like gas pain, and weirdness and constipation during the week. And, so those were heavier days. But even days where I was successful in the bathroom, I still didn't see the drop that I had hoped that I would see. And I had one night, like, I guess it was Monday night, I was not feeling well. I came home. I just was not feeling well. And for dinner, I had some olives, some cheese, and some in-shell peanuts. My husband and I have gotten addicted to Five Guys has peanuts that you can eat while you're waiting for your food. And I prefer the salted in-shell peanuts to just regular peanuts because I cannot eat them as fast. You can't just throw back a handful of nuts. You have to like open it up and you get two at a time. Um, or one at a time, depending on the nuts. So we were at, I don't know if you have this store, but Grocery Outlet Bargain Market, which I've had a friend call Gross Out. But their slogan is that they are a treasure hunt and a grocery store at the same time. And the weird thing is, they are absolutely right. It's a store that has deeply discounted prices on products, but you never know what's going to be there. There are some items that they seem to have consistently, but it comes and goes. They usually have, they'll have a wide variety of cheeses. They'll have some meat and they'll have veggies. They usually have avocados. But currently, we've been finding a lot of keto things, and I forget how you say it. I don't have it in front of me. But there's like a common monk fruit brand of sweetener, and they've had that a couple of times on good sales. So we've picked it up there. I've also gotten, what is it? Uh, Macadamia nut milk. And I think it's called milkadamia. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called, milkadamia. I've picked that up there. And I mean, before we went keto, we would shop there and we would find fascinating things like we had seen snickerdoodle hummus there, and we were fascinated. It was there like a couple times, so we finally got it. It was disgusting. It was absolutely disgusting, but I think a lot of times new products or food products that don't sell, like some of them are fairly close to their expiration date, but things that just don't go over well in the markets that they think they're going to find people to take and they just don't. I think that that's what this market is, and it is interesting to go and find it. And why did I start talking about where's that? But we had found some, like stuff there that we had been using and going through. But it's oh, hi, say hi, hi. Kaylee does not want to say hi. And Goose is somewhere else in there. Oh, and you can sort of see at the back corner next to that paper bag that is my very large cat Devin. He is a 25-pound ragamuffin, which is the off-brand, which you didn't know there, probably didn't know there was, of a ragdoll. A ragdoll breed is copyrighted, so if you have a ragdoll that didn't come from a very specific bloodline, you have a ragamuffin, and that is what he is. He's a sweetheart, but he's huge. And let's see, what else did I have to say today? I have been really kind of obsessed with the fact that this is the last month of my first year, and trying to get as much weight loss as I can. And I think the more I panic about weight loss, the more my body just like clamps down and doesn't want to release it. I have been noticing. I don't even know if this will show here. I've been noticing more of my collarbones coming in. I've been noticing my hands feel thinner. My arms are thinner. Like there's a couple of jackets that I have that have been tight in the arm, and they fit otherwise, but like I can't really get my arm through, and so it's like, oh well, I guess they don't fit yet. So, but they're starting to some of them are starting to fit, some more than others. But so I noticed that there are changes happening in my body, but they're not showing up on the scale. So I think I just have to calm the hell down, and everything will come. But there's just such a mental thing about, oh, it's the 1 year anniversary, and part of it, I haven't had a support group in a little while, in a month, and there's going to be a 3-week break. It's usually every 2 weeks, but we didn't have one because it was going to be on the 3rd of July, so there wasn't one that week, and I haven't had, like, even the one before that, the person who usually leads it wasn't there, and even though I have sort of a argumentative relationship with her sometimes, um, I I don't know. There's something about the way she runs the group that pisses me off, but there's other ways that I really like it. So I'm going to be glad to be going to a regular group right after I finish this. And I am hoping that just a day or two of eating really on plan will get me back to where I want to be, because I'm just frustrated. I'm feeling frustrated, and I really want to make changes, and I want to drop. I'm ready to be in the 2 teens, and then the two teens or 2 10s, I guess, and then moving down. I've been, like I know I think I mentioned I've been like watching a lot of my 600-pound life, and I've been doing that to see behavior that I don't want to emulate, which is a weird thing to do, but for some reason that just clicks for me. Like I see it, and the lying to themselves, I see little bits of that in me, and I don't want that. And I think by seeing it in somebody else, it's easier to identify it and know, hey, you're just lying to yourself. You're not doing the program. You should know better. And I think that helps. I've also been sort of binge watching, one of my favorite YouTubers when I was starting was Foodie Turns Levy. Um, and I think she just was a brilliant vlogger, and I hope to emulate her in some small part. But I just really enjoyed her way of talking, and her, like I watched when I first started. And when you first start this journey, I think you just consume all the media. It's like I need all of the information. I need to know, like I need to see a lot of different people's journey, and then consolidate that into what I think my journey is going to be. And then I sort of started rewatching her stuff. Goodness gracious, about 4 or 5 months ago, I started rewatching her stuff again because I was feeling a little lost. And then I have just last day, a day and a half, I've been watching it again, to just, I don't know, touch base again, to get back in touch. I mean, she had a fairly smooth. She didn't have a lot of problems. I know there's a lot of people who have a lot of problems, and I didn't have a lot of problems either. I think I've actually had less problems than she has had, but that doesn't mean she didn't have stalls, and it didn't mean that she didn't gain on sometimes. So it's like seeing that, I had actually forgotten that she had a period where she was gaining a lot. Not a lot. She was gaining, like a pound 2 weeks in a row or something like that. Which I'm like, that's good to see that, and that she was stuck in a for her, I think it was the 280s, not 280s, sorry, the 180s. I think she was stuck in the 180s for a while, and I'm like, that's good because I've been stuck in the 220s, and I want to be gone with that. Um, it's funny because I look at myself in the mirror now and I'm so much thinner. Like, well, I'm 150 pounds thinner than I used to be, and being that and seeing that, I'm looking at myself and I'm like, wow, I look like a normal person to me now. Like, this is what, and I'm not, I still want to lose 70 pounds, but I feel like I look like a normal person. I don't look like a big fat person anymore. And I am, getting okay with taking pictures of myself. I'm getting okay with posting pictures of myself and stuff like that. But I was listening to I was listening to a keto podcast, and one of the women who was on it was like, "Oh my God, she'd gone through 4 pregnancies, and she's like, I stepped on the scale and I saw the number 220, and I'm like, that's it. I'm not getting any bigger. I'm too big. I'm too disgusting. I need to lose weight." And oh my God, that kind of felt like a gut kick to me. I'm like, I'm feeling happy with the way I look. I mean, I want to lose more. I can lose more, but I'm like, I'm fitting into normal clothes. I am, like I'm feeling like a normal person, and I think I look okay. And to have somebody mention pretty much exactly the way that I am and call that like a bridge too far, and that action had to be taken. Like, well, maybe it is for you, but wow, that kind of hurt. Anyway, it's that's a little fresh. That happened on my drive home, so I was just sort of like, wow, that's something. But anyway, I hope you guys are having a great week. I'm going to keep this short because, like I said, I have to get myself to sport group, and I think I'm going to have. I'm trying not to snack. I think I'm going to have something of a snack before I go to support group because I am hungry, and I'm not going to make it through support group without eating. And I have been drinking a lot of water, and I think if I drink too much more water, I'm just going to pee entirely through support groups. So I'm going to get myself a little cheese or something. Maybe I've got some jerky. But anyway, I hope you have a nice week, and I'll talk to you next week. And I will come back with a loss, right? Knock on wood.